Hey man, what's happening? Cool Water, the Digital Dope Man here from ishiphopdead.com and the digitaldopeman.com. I want to jump on here, man, real quick because this is something that came across my mind, and I was just thinking about something as I build an online business. Content marketing is mainly the topic of discussion around certain internet tables. I'm noticing a lot of people do not understand internet marketing. No, let me rephrase that. A lot of people don't understand the internet. And I'm particularly speaking to brown people in particular because those are the people that I see mostly when, as they say, I step out the house. But let's just say when I log in. Most black folks do not have a clue about reciprocity online. And I say most because the internet is controlled and ran and operated mainly by white folks. So I would say if we had to do the numbers, they would still be 13% of the population, as they're 13% of the United States population online. Small number. But I'm noticing because, I have a number of books out, and it's only been a couple of people that understand the process. The process, like I was telling my cousin yesterday, the process is you see the product. So, for example, I've been mailing out copies, physical copies of books to the people that I know personally and family, friends, close friend, family, and friends. But if I'm online marketing, you see the book. You've seen the book. Let's say I've marketed, 6 months. You've seen it. One day you open your mailbox, you got a physical copy. You're like, damn, I got a physical copy. I like this. This is nice. This is good. You log into your account. You see it again. Well, at that moment, that's when the marketing should start to take a face of its own because you like the post. Not only do you like the post, you share the post, and then you co-sign on the post because you actually have a physical copy of the product and you've read and tested the product. I'm not seeing a lot of that within the community of black folks that I intertwine myself with. They get the product, they look at the product, they say, oh, this is nice. They sit it down and then they put their roller skates on and they continue to go hopscotching and skipping down the street. Not fully understanding what reciprocity is. The internet is a give first, receive later relationship. This is not a take type of psychology that the internet is based on. The internet is based on you giving something to the community, and in return, they give you something back. Now, it's only been 3 people. 4. Let me rephrase this. Socially online on Facebook, Instagram, it's been, I would say maybe about, let's just hypothetically say, we'll say 7 people that actually did automatically, unconsciously, for me what I wanted them to do without me influencing them. Then, because the books are on Amazon, the people that actually have the book that I say leave a review for, it may have been, let's say 5, that they actually went and fell through with the book. The other 60 either couldn't do it because they hadn't spent no money with Amazon. Well, let me say that. The other, let's just say another 5 or 6 or 7 couldn't leave a review because they hadn't spent no money with Amazon. But the other 45 or 50 people, hypothetically, didn't do it. Not because they couldn't do it. Not because they didn't, wasn't capable. It's, in my personal opinion, they didn't want to do it because I'm pulling you out your comfort zone. And you're being influenced by my ideology when I write books, because now you're taking on a form of my mentality and you incorporating that in your DNA. And a lot of folks don't want to do that. So they thwart, they block, mentally block what you're presenting to them because they don't want to be consumed by what you know. Real talk. Real talk. But the majority of the people online in social media land do not, and I'm saying black folks in particular, because I'm watching the behavior, do not understand how the game of the internet is played so that you arrive at a particular point of authority and becoming an influencer. For those people who are out here trying to seek that. The consumer, the large body of consumership, they just gonna do what they do. They got to be extremely moved to get overly excited about telling to other people. Well, most of the people that I know have came in contact with, they're not telling other people. It's been like I say, about 4 or 5 that did it online the way I wanted them to do it without my influence. Without my influence. They took a picture of the book. They put it on Instagram. They told their friends, check it out. You know, they might have been with somebody they knew. They passed. They told them word of mouth. They passed the book on to somebody else so they could read it. This was what's supposed to happen. And then the book over time starts to go viral. This is how a lot of stuff goes viral. Really, they go viral through word of mouth. Just off of somebody telling somebody else to go check something out. No marketing involved, no money being spent. But the large body of black folks, man, because we got this selfish nature, they don't want to do. And then a lot of us are uneducated in how social media really works. So a friend of mine, no disrespect, I mean, they good folk, asked, I said, leave a review on Amazon. He said, under your name or under your other name, your alias. So it's under my alias. But at the same time, you probably never done that. That's why you was asking those questions, because in order to leave a review, you got to leave a review on the book itself under the title of the book. But that's not something that they may be doing or have done, so they're unfamiliar with that. See? Unfamiliar with that. And a lot of people are unfamiliar with it. So a lot of people are running around, man, just tap dancing, and they're not closing the loop on the marketing process. Not because they can't, not because they are not capable. It's because they don't want to. They don't want to give you an advantage, a leg up. Now, this is in the black community. White folks tend to be somewhat different in that aspect, because they look at black folks like spectacles at times, like entertainers, theatrical people who they still trying to understand this. So they get really intrigued by what we do. So they automatically, if they like it, they share it. They tell their friend. They're not coming with the bias, even though they boycott a lot of times. They're not coming with the bias of, I'm not going to tell. They may tell somebody negatively, don't fool with that or don't mess with that, but they going to tell somebody something. Negroes, look, don't say nothing. Look again, don't say nothing. Oh, I think I need to write me a book. Then it becomes a competition because you're trying to compete now. So I'm sitting back and I'm just observing and taking notes and gathering data as to what it is about us that we can't play the game the way we should. You understand? We can't play the game the way we should. We're too deeply rooted in competition, deeply rooted in selfish behavior, deeply rooted in, I don't want to see him come up if I ain't finna come up. What you want for yourself, you should want for the next man or woman. And that's a lot of what I'm seeing. So it's baffling to me because I've been at this now and I've been trying to be an effective marketer, be an effective, strategic, solid, data-driven, understanding marketer to really get to the next level. But brown people, it's been a few unconsciously that have done what I wanted them to do. But let's just say out of 100%, it's been, we'll say 5%. For every 100 people, it's 5 that'll do what I need them to do. But the large body is looking and competing and feeling melancholy and, I'm not, they turn their head the other way. Just like Hank Aaron died the other day. You know, one of the greats in baseball. Hank, old school. He's been around for a long time. Well, instead of the people saying Hank passed away, he lived a good life, woody woo woo, the media puts out Hank took the coronavirus shot and he passed and he dead at 86. Okay, well, for the average person, you're gonna say, well, damn, the shot must have got him. But when you put that in the black community, what we do? Turn our head the opposite direction because we don't want to associate the shot with death. A lot of hand-picked Negroes is gonna pretend like they didn't see that part, when that's probably what got him. His body ain't built to resist and withhold and withstand that type of shot. He's not a young man. He was 86. He'd been around for a while. So his system probably wasn't as strong as mine is, where I could have fought it off a little bit and got through that and came on out on the other end. Nah. But this is what we do. So me marketing this book, and the book is an excellent book because why? The market told me so. But what the black community of people that have not touched it or just see it, what are they doing? They're looking the other way. They're looking in the opposite direction, trying to not associate themselves with the product because they don't want to give me a leg up. They don't want to see me get richer than them. They don't want to see me get more fame than them. They don't want to see me become more influential than them. And this is what you're dealing with. So I had to put this out here, man, because I know somebody else going through it, saying the same thing, thinking about the same thing. And you need to know it's a behavior. It's a programmed mindset in so-called black community that we carry with us like a Willie Lynch chip to be contradictory, contra supportive to the person that's trying to solve your problem. Real talk. To the person that's trying to solve your problem. So I'm going to continue to market. And at some point, the tide will turn, but it's got to turn with a certain set of tools, resources and money, because first they hate you, then they scrutinize you, then you get ridiculed, then they love you. So I got to go through that. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to throw this out here, man. It's just something to think about because it's been on my mind. Check me out, man. It's the Cool Water, the Digital Dope Man. Look for me at the blog is hiphopden.com. And check me out at the home base site, thedigitaldopeman.com. And just continue to, watch the behavior of people because you need that type of, mental data to understand what you're working with. And I'm talking about black entrepreneurs who are trying to really sell something to the larger body of black consumers. Peace and stay blessed. Holla.